What's up, everybody? Back here again with a Week 12 DFS review. As always, if you enjoy the content, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. Let me know how you guys did this week. Um, I always like going back and forth with you guys. I feel like the more we dialogue during the week, the better plays we kind of get on. So it's always a team effort here, and I appreciate you guys leaving comments on the last video. And you know, it's awesome, man. I really like the people on here and the takes they have and going back and forth with them. I've really enjoyed that this season. It's hard to believe the season's we're on the back end of the season here, but still, what 5 weeks of football still left. So including the Thanksgiving Day slate, which I kind of forgot about that. We'll touch on that a little bit, but most of what we're going to be doing here is just reviewing the week that was. Huge week for me. Well, my biggest week of the season so far. So the two stacks that I was between this week were a Baker stack to either Odell or Landry, and a Winston stack with a pass catcher. Those are the two games I liked: that Cleveland Miami game and that Tampa Bay Atlanta game. So I did, I did like the Browns originally, but I went back and watched the tape, and I originally really liked Odell Beckham this week. But I went back and watched the tape on Saturday afternoon because I'm pretty busy during the week, and I just wasn't impressed with what I saw from Odell Beckham. I really feel like he's not the player he once was. Maybe he's hurt or something. Maybe it's the offense. I don't know what it is, but he just doesn't look like the player he used to be. He doesn't look like that lethal after the catch like he was when he was early on in his NFL career. So I just had a lot of reservations paying $7K for Odell Beckham. And I was talking to, I believe, Ryan. I don't remember your full screen name down in the last video, and he was talking about the Bucks Falcons game, and I kind of had forgot about that game a little bit. And then I checked the ownership, and I'm like, you know something, man? Jameis to Godwin is a little bit under-owned here, and I'm also a 1 week season subscriber. I don't know if you guys know what that website is, but JM to win also kind of reinforced what I thought was that this Atlanta defense kind of is more for intermediate short area receivers. They don't really get beat deep down the field, so that's kind of not an Evans spot. That's more of a Godwin spot. So Godwin was 9% owned in a Millie Maker, and I played 5 teams. I stacked Godwin with Jameis on every one, and so basically I entered 5 teams in the Millie Maker and 5 teams into so 5 teams, $5 each into a tournament where first place out of 350 got a $1,500 ticket to the main event week 16. It's a $1,500 buy-in. There's 1,000 people and it's $1,000,000 up top. And I love playing that tournament. I didn't know if I was gonna have the money to enter it this year. I wound up winning that ticket yesterday, thanks to a massive game from my man Leonard Fournette. He got me 37 points. I thought I was dead. I thought there was no chance I was gonna win. The guy in front at the top, I was in second, third place with Fournette still have to go. In the final minutes of the game, this guy gets a pick with the Redskins defense, a Calvin Ridley long touchdown, and he got something else. I can't really recall, but he got something. He got another touchdown. He got a Zach Ertz touchdown. And so I was 5 points behind him. Now I'm 30 points behind him, and I'm just it's over, bro. That. It's just my luck. But man, it was a big week. It was, I came in 490th place in the Millie Maker. I was 35 points away from the million with just 5 teams. So that's probably my best week of the season. I'm pretty excited because now I get to enter that big Week 16 tournament on Draftkings, and you never know, man. I feel like I've improved a lot this year, so hopefully I can get maybe another entry into that, and that's going to be a big week for us. Week 16 is going to be a big week in this channel. I don't want to over-analyze it and think it, but enough about me. Let's get into the slate here, man. I think the two biggest things I want to talk about, it's kind of an ugly day of football, more or less. The two big things I want to talk about are the Seattle running back situation and the Steelers running back situation. I mean, Mason Rudolph is terrible. I mean, the Duck, man. The Duck looked good, man. Hodge, he looked good going in there instead of Rudolph. So Benny Snell got a lot of work yesterday. Jalen Samuel's snap count was around 30%. Benny Snell was almost, I think, around 60. I have Benny Snell on a big best ball team that's going to make the playoffs in the championship on draft.com. So I hope, and it sounds like James Conner's not ready to come back. So it sounds like Juju's going to be back soon, but it doesn't really sound like James Conner's going to be back next week or next game. So something to monitor. If you have to play season long, I'd pick up Benny Snell. Also with Seattle, kind of smells like Rashad Penny time, man. I have him on that same big best ball team. Kind of smells like it's Rashad Penny time. Carson won't stop fumbling. Pete Carroll never really gives us a hint as to what they're going to do. Kind of just said it's going to be a timeshare. I'm not sure if I believe that. Not sure how I believe that. Penny just looks so much better than Carson yesterday. It's a tough matchup, so that was good to see. I'd pick Penny up if you could. Um, uh, yeah, just a kind of an ugly day of football, man. The night game that was pretty good. I mean, San Francisco, Wally swamped whatever Molly whopped Green Bay. I don't know if I said that word correctly. Probably should have been expected. I thought that game's gonna be a little bit higher scoring, more competitive, but what are you gonna do? The Jets look good. I liked the Jets. I was a little bit afraid to play Robbie Anderson with the weather conditions. I read it was gonna be a rainy day there. I didn't play Jarvis Landry. That was probably a mistake. I played Goddard over Ertz. I tried to get cute and save the money. That was clearly a mistake. If I got up to Zach Ertz, the guy who killed me yesterday was Julio Jones. And when I was watching Beckham on tape Saturday, I went back and watched Julio Jones' recent games, and man, he's also another one that he looks like he's declining a little bit. He's not separating like he used to. He's not getting those downfield targets like he used to. I just don't know if I'm going to pay up for him the rest of the season, man. They're kind of using him more as like a chain mover and less like a vertical downfield threat. That's Calvin Ridley who's getting those vertical downfield shots and converting them successfully. So something to keep in mind. And Calvin Ridley's converting like all of his targets downfield. Like he's really like him and Ryan have a groove going right now. So I like Ridley going forward. Oh yeah, we're gonna go over the winning Millie Maker team. We will do that, but I mean, guys, I hate to make that to be the review, but that was, we were correct about Fournette. I hope some of you guys played Fournette. Derrick Henry was also a great play. Can't be mad if you played either one of those guys. Both those guys, we're gonna get good volume. They were talking Fournette up all during the week, and I still think Fournette has some big games to come here. I just hope his prices get jacked up too high. Yeah. A little unprepared for this video. I just said I was kind of bored today. I have a little bit of time, so I decided to hop on here and make it. Let's go over the winning Millie Maker team, and I'm going to compare my team to the winning team. Then we're going to peek ahead. We'll peek ahead a little bit to the Thanksgiving Day slate. If you guys want a video for that, I can't make one. Maybe I'll make one tomorrow for the Thanksgiving Day slate. If you guys are interested in that. Okay, so the winning Millie Maker team. My best team, like I said, was 487th place. I put up 194 points. The winning team put up 229. His team was as follows. Baker Mayfield at 14% ownership. Derrick Henry at 30% ownership. Bo Scarborough at 14% ownership. DJ Moore at 5% ownership. DJ Moore was on my big team. Played him over Jarvis Landry. I thought that was a mistake for a while. Jarvis Landry, James Washington, Jared Cook. Jarvis Landry was at 11%, Washington was at 3%, Cook was at 3%, and Nick Chubb was at 12%, and the Seahawks defense was at 4%. So guys, we were on a lot of these plays. I mean, I feel like me and the two people commenting, like we were on pretty much all those guys. It's just, like they were all, it's hard to put it all together, man. Even if you're on like you got the right player pool, it's so hard to put it all together, man. I think what really made this guy's team was getting the 22 from Jared Cook at 4,500. I saw Jared Cook. I got cute and tried to save the money with Dallas Goedert. I've been a big Dallas Goedert fan for a long time. I think he's going to be a great player in the NFL. And, defense is hard, man. I'm not going to read too much into defense. So he played two guys on the Browns, or three guys, because he played Mayfield and stacked it with Landry, and then with the Chubb. So what he was kind of looking for them to get out to a lead, and then Chubb maybe to like break a long run. That's a nice angle. I don't think that hits very often, but Bo Scarborough almost had 100 yards rushing. The problem with Bo is he just doesn't catch a lot of passes, and so it's kind of he got 9 points just rushing the ball. I mean, and he lost a fumble, I believe he did. So he would have had like 10 points, and he was 2 yards away from the bonus, and that would have been 13 points. That would have been a great game for. And he was getting goal line touches too, so I didn't hate the Bo Scarborough play. I had Bo Scarborough on a couple teams. My best team, I'm not going to go through the ownership of my team. It was Winston, Fournette, Cohen, Julio Jones, Chris Godwin, Russell Gage, Dallas Goedert, DJ Moore in the Broncos defense. What I tried to do is I tried to go with Jameis Godwin stack that I felt was a little bit underowned, and I tried to hope the Falcons would maybe come back and rack up a bunch of catches and yards against that awful Tampa Bay secondary. And like I said, I tried to get cute play Dallas Goedert. If I had gotten off Julio, paid up for Ertz, and then gotten onto maybe like Robbie Anderson and landed on like a lucky defense, could have been a big day for me. Like I said, I was only 35 points away from basically the million. So what are you gonna do, man? Still a good week for us. Made some decent winnings, and I feel like we've hit a groove here on this channel. I really do. I feel like we're seeing things well. I like the dialogue we have going on here, the community we're building, and like I said, still a lot of football left. We get the playoff slates. I'm still gonna make videos on the playoff slates and the off season. So be sure to not only watch the channel, but if you got any other friends that are interested in fantasy football, make sure to have them subscribe to you, because we're always looking for new subscribers, man. Always looking to expand the channel. Looking ahead to the Thanksgiving Day slate. We get Chicago at Detroit. You know something here, man? I'm just gonna roll through the Thanksgiving Day slate. We're gonna do the breakdown video for the main slate another time. How's that sound? That sound good to everybody? I think that's what we're gonna do here, because I know people are gonna want to know a lot of people play the Thanksgiving Day slate. So let's get into this. Chicago at Detroit. Guys, everyone was playing David Montgomery in this spot a couple weeks ago. I'm not that sold on him as a player, but I think it's a good spot to go back to him here. I really do. I think it's a great spot to go back to David Montgomery. How much is he? He's 5,400. He's like the same price he was a couple weeks ago. People are going to be afraid to go there. I love that. I love going back to David Montgomery here. On the other side, Hawkinson was, I think, limited in practice today. I think one of the receivers here would be interesting. I do. I think one of the receivers here would be pretty. Okay. Well, you know something? I think on the Lions, you can go either Galladay or Jones. It's kind of tough. I'd probably go Galladay. I'm more of a fan of Galladay than I am Marvin Jones. Probably have to look a little bit more into that. I think J.D. McKissick is an interesting little sleeper here. If the Bears get ahead, maybe, because the Bears do give up a lot of pass catches to running backs, but this is kind of a this is a tricky game. I feel like there's going to be some sneaky fantasy goodness in this game. My favorite play from the game is probably Montgomery. It really is. I mean, I have to look a little bit more into that running back scenario, because it kind of looked like they were trying to get Cohen more involved in this game. And, I like when the running backs for Chicago on the other side. I kind of like one of the wideouts for Detroit. I really do. Man, Detroit is on a really bad losing skid, man. They need a win bad. Patricia's probably going to be on the hot seat. Might already be on the hot seat. So that's what I like there. I'm not sure I'm going to play any of the defenses. I mean, the defense of the Lions, man, against Trubisky could always work at home, but with the Bears defense only 2,500. That's interesting. But I got a defense I like a lot better, man. The game that I'm the most excited for is this Bills-Cowboys game. I think this is going to be the highest scoring game on the slate. I really do. I like man, this is the tough game of the slate. The last game is a game everybody's going to attack. Not me. I'm going to attack this game. The reason I'm going to attack this game is because the reason that this game is so tough to attack is, for me, it's the Buffalo side that's so tough to attack. Because Josh Allen has a lot of upside. I think it's going to be kind of low owned here. And I really like pairing him with either Brown, or it's a revenge game for Cole Beasley, but I feel like a lot of people are going to go there. If a lot of people go to the revenge game, I pivot to John Brown. We've seen Robbie Anderson get over the top of this defense. Allen and Brown have a lot of chemistry right now. So I don't hate that. I don't even hate Dawson Knox. I mean, we've seen the Cowboys struggle with tight ends. We've seen them struggle a lot with tight ends, So it's risky. I'm going to have to look more into his snap share. Tight ends on a Thanksgiving Day slate are always very tough. Just be aware of that. So you're just looking for a touchdown with Dawson Knox. But The Cowboys could have elected to take Beasley out of the game. He had a really strong game last time. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to go for the revenge game here. I just do. I have a feeling. And Brown and Allen have a lot of chemistry going on right now. So it's kind of what I like there. On the Cowboys side, I really like Zeke in this spot, and I really like Amari. So I kind of like two Bills pass catchers and Amari and Zeke. I just this is the spot where Zeke needs to have a nice game. This is unforgivable if he doesn't have a good game against this Bills defense. And Amari goes crazy at home. Even though Gallup has the better matchup, I just can't pay for Gallup when Amari is $500 more. I just can't do it. Amari at home this year, go look at his splits. He's crushed at home, and I'm not afraid of Tre'Davious White. Amari got shut out last game. I feel like people are going to be afraid to go there. Like I said, Gallup does have the better matchup, but I don't know, man. Last Thanksgiving, we know what Amari did. Amari balled the F out, man. He balled out, man, against, I believe it was Washington. That was like his big breakout game as the Cowboys, so I love Amari in this spot. I also like Zeke. I think you're going to need Zeke. You're going to need points on this slate, man. I don't see Zeke not scoring a touchdown against this Buffalo rush defense. So this is the game I'm targeting. I don't, you can play Dak, but I feel like a lot of people are going to go to Dak, and I don't hate it. But if you play Dak, I think you got to do the opposite of the angle I'm on. You got to go like Dak to Amari Gallup or some combo of that. You got to run it back with like Devin Singletary, and it's not a bad matchup. But for Singletary, I just don't like that goal line role that he has, And don't be afraid to play a guy like Frank Gore. Frank Gore could always, fall into the end zone twice and ruin the slate for everybody. Frank Gore got 15 carries against Denver. That is not what we want to see. I probably won't play Singletary here at all. But I don't mind Gore, man. If you want to play Dak, the problem is, though, man, it's hard to project. Like, if you play Dak to Amari Gallup, like, Singletary probably play more because they're from behind. It's just this Bills running back situation. Oh, wow. He had Singletary 21 touches against Denver. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even see that, man. I was following my team hard yesterday. I'd probably go Singletary here. More upside. But if you happen to land on Gore in one of your teams, I would just hope for 2 touchdowns. I wouldn't hate that. The last game of the slate, New Orleans at Atlanta. This is a game everyone's going to go to. I think the Saints get the revenge here, man. I think the Saints are looking ahead to this game, and I think they just trounce the Falcons. I really do. I think they punch the Falcons right in the mouth. I like Kamara. Everyone's going to play Thomas. I'm not going to tell you not to play Thomas. It's just like, I just think the Saints are going to blow them out here. I don't even hate playing Kamara and Murray. Murray's 5,600, man. Murray, that's not a bad play, but I like Kamara here, man. I feel like people aren't going to want to play him after his dud last. It wasn't really a dud, but disappointing game. I'd go right back to Kamara here. Right back to Kamara. And everybody's going to go to Jared Cook. I don't think I'm going to play Jared Cook, man. Sorry. Not saying not to play Jared Cook. He's really appropriately priced, and it's a good play, but just not sure I'm going to do that, man. Not totally sure about that. Julio missed practice today. We need to keep an eye on that. If Julio's out, and we also need to get worried about Marshawn Lattimore. So I like the Saints defense and Kamara a lot here. That's what I like here. And I wouldn't hate if you played like Traquan Smith or something. Like, I think Traquan Smith is a little bit interesting. So, sorry, guys. I'm a little unprepared for this video. I was going to make this tomorrow, but I decided to hop on here today. Yeah, but like I said, I really think the Saints are going to come to play here, man. And just on Atlanta, man, I don't really know what you want to play here, man. I just think the Saints, like I said, this game's in Atlanta, though, so that is interesting. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is my play from this game. I don't really have if Julio's out and it opens up some value, that's great. But like for me, if he does play, I kind of like Ridley here. Ridley is really looking good lately, so I do like Calvin Ridley here. Probably gonna get a matchup if Lattimore is out on, I believe, P.J. Williams, who got roasted yesterday, I believe, by DJ Moore. DJ Moore was roasting P.J. Williams. So I'd attack. I changed my mind. I like Ridley here, especially if Julio plays. Calvin Ridley would be the player. Guys, that's going to do it for this video. Sorry that was a little bit of a weird breakdown for the Thanksgiving Day slate. Just remember, guys, every year in the Thanksgiving Day slate, you're going to need that one like weird player that just happens to have a nice game. For me, I mean, I need to look into this a little bit more. For me, that could be Dawson Knox. Okay, especially if you like Josh Allen to Beasley or Brown. I kind of like Dawson Knox here. You know, you'd probably want the Cowboys to jump out ahead with Zeke and come from behind. And also kind of like Frank Gore or Singletary a little bit here, if you want to go from the other angle, like I said. But you're going to need that one weird play that just happens to stumble in to a nice game. Like I said, tight end is always the toughest thing to project on these Thanksgiving Day slates. It's very tough. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching this video. Really excited about the rest of the season. Let me know down below how you guys did this week and what your plays are for the Thanksgiving Day slate. And we'll make the breakdown video for the main slate probably Wednesday. All right. So thank you guys very much. Have a great rest of your week.